Hi everyone, it is also a humble request to not use your cell phones during the event. Thank you.
Okay.
Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to our esteemed guests, members of Board of Governors, our respected Director, Professor D.P. Goyal Sir, respected faculty members and students. It is a great honor and privilege to welcome our today's chief guest, Shri Sarbananda Sonowal, Hon'ble Union Cabinet Minister, Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, and Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. Prior to this, he has served as the 14th Chief Minister of the state of Assam from 2016 to 2021. He has also served as the Union Minister of State for the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship and the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. He is leading significant transformation in both India's maritime sector as well as propagating traditional medical systems on a global scale under the Ministry of Ayush. We are also privileged to have Shri Atul C. Kulkarni and Shri Bijon De Sayan, members of our Board of Governors, with us today gracing this event.
I would now like to request the Honorable Minister, esteemed members of the Board, our respected Director, and Professor Basav Roy Chaudhary, Dean Research, to kindly join us on stage.
क्या नाम है आपका?
आयुष.
आयुष?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा मैं आपका?
Anshul.
अंशल. अच्छा बढ़िया. Very nice.
May I now request our Director to kindly felicitate our Chief Guest. IIM Shillong, since its inception, a decade and a half back, has always stood up for sustainability. I would like to share with the audience that the silk used for the shawl is called Ahimsa silk. The silk used in airy silk fabric is processed without killing the silkworm, which is the usual practice in other types of silk.
Sir, today we have with us the students of 2-year PGP program, both first and second year students. IIM Shillong is blessed to be situated in a region inhabited by a large number of communities and ethnic groups. IIM Shillong has pioneered in incorporating a meaningful community immersion program as part of the curriculum. It is an innovative initiative wherein the students of PGP program visit and stay with the communities, understand their business and social challenges, learn from them, and work with them to help in ways possible. This is an opportunity for the students to experience working in a multicultural, multi-ethnic, and a multilingual environment.
We also have with us the students of PGP Working Executive Program who are having at least 5 years of work experience. Numerous cohorts of this program have successfully passed out, subsequently advancing their careers. IIM Shillong also have the privilege of conducting program for the retiring defense veterans. Currently, we are running the second batch of this 6 months program of management studies, facilitating them to continue their journey of serving the nation in the new civilian avatar as well. This event is also being streamed live on the social media handles of the Ministry and IIM Shillong for a wider reach.
To start off with today's event, we would like to invite our respected director, Professor D.P. Goyal Sir, to come up on stage and address the audience with a few words. Please give him a huge round of applause.
Karniji, our BOG member, and Shri V.K. De Savianji, our another BOG member, Dr. Basav, our Dean Research, faculty colleagues, our alumni, of course, Mr. Paras, and delegates from NEC and from other institutions, and other students, ladies and gentlemen. It is good evening to everyone. We are really privileged that today we are having with us Hon'ble Minister, who we know that is contributing especially in this region because he happened to be the Chief Minister of Assam and he is from this area. So that way, as far as IIM Shillong is concerned, we are really privileged, and thank you so much that being a very busy schedule, you are now today in IIM Shillong. I just reminded him that it is about 6 months back that I happened to meet him personally in Nehu in one of the functions. And when I just requested him that you please be in IIM Shillong, at that time he promised that yes, I would be there. So I think that again, we are really so grateful to you that you have visited IIM Shillong. And as far as IIM Shillong is concerned, sir, I would just like to brief that now today there are 21 IIMs in the country, and IIM Shillong happened to the 7th IIM. And today, just in 15 years, we started our operation in 2008, and just within 15 years, today we claim that we are one of the established institutions, not only in the country, rather globally. We have many international collaborations. There are students, they see that they got international exposure. But at the same time, because our vision is to become a global school with Indian values, and our vision, just to meet this vision, we have our mission statement, that is to generate knowledge and to disseminate knowledge, and also focusing on sustainability and producing leaders who are innovative and also that of high ethical values. So I think that this is how we are a different IIM, where we say that humility is our main focus. As students, they should learn about the compassion, they should understand that what human relations are, and that is the reason why community immersion program, which is of its own kind, very innovative program, that where each and every student of IIM Shillong, they need to spend 15 days in the remotest areas of the entire Northeast. And this is a very rigorous project that they would identify the problems and then they would provide solutions, because as we know that admission in IIM Shillong or in any IIMs, it is through a common entrance exam, that is CAT, and more than 3 lakh students aspire for all the 7,000 seats in all 21 IIMs. And we know that the students who got into IIMs, it is the key of the country. And sir, we are getting students from all the 28 states, and diversity ratio, whether experience, even the girls students, we have got more than 51 students who are the girl students all over the country. So when we just go in one classroom, we find a mini India is sitting in the class having different diversity. And that is how that they also learn from diverse culture of the northeastern region. And that is the reason that why when the students are with us, it should be an experience for the students. So, and also that we are having our PhD program, which is really a research-oriented program, and our faculty, they are producing research in one of the top-rated journals in the world. So that is also another focus, because our mission statement says to generate knowledge and to disseminate knowledge. So research and teaching, that is excellence in these aspects, is our focus. So today we know that we are just Mr. Saab, he would just be mentioning about a research chair. I think that IIM Shillong would be able to contribute as far as that research is concerned, that how we can really talk about the PM Gati Shakti, Because when we talk about the PM Gati Shakti, it's a master plan, very comprehensive, and it is an integrated master plan, that how we can really make easy the movement of people, the goods, or the services. And this is how a very, very integrated, which is really going to be a change or a game changer for the entire, not only in the northeast rather for the entire country. So this is again a very good initiative that IIM Shillong is going to have. So because we know that Minister Sahab is having very, very tight schedule, so I will not take much time, but as far as IIM Shillong is concerned, we are an established institute and we have the resources, we have the capability so that we can really make a difference, especially in this area, because other states, they are having each state is having one IIM, but we take a high responsibility for ourselves that for all 8 states of the Northeast, IIM Shillong is there. So we are just trying to get to reach each and every state and then try to see that how our Dr. Abdul Kalam Center is going to have some small interventions even at the policy level. So, and we know that we are proud in telling that Dr. Abdul Kalam, who has been a scientist as the president of the country, happened to be visiting professor, and our students very lovingly call him Kalam sir. And we are trying to get the values from such great leaders, and this is how that we want to be different and we want to make a difference. With these words, once again, welcome to you, sir, and thank you very much to be in IIM Shillong.
Thank you so much, sir, for those enriching and inspiring words. Earlier today, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Center for Policy Research and Analysis, IIM Shillong, hosted a roundtable on PM Gati Shakti in Northeastern Region, Challenges and Opportunities. The meeting was aimed at discussing the multimodal logistics development strategy focused on connecting the Northeastern region with wider national and international regions to fortify the local economy. The center, in the memory of our beloved former President Kalam sir, who breathed his last in this institution, is the outcome of an endeavor of Ministry of Development of Northeastern Region, Northeastern Council and IIM Shillong. We would now like to request Shri Atul Kulkarni, Member, Board of Governors, IIM Shillong, to discuss about the key takeaways and recommendations from the roundtable discussion. Shri Kulkarni was moderating the discussion at the roundtable.
Good evening, respected chief guest for today's function, Hon'ble Minister Sarbananda Sonowal Dangoria, my colleague on the board, very senior of course on the board, BK Day, Samya Ba, Professor DP Goel and Professor Basav, other distinguished members in the audience. Today, sir, we had the roundtable discussion, and in the roundtable, except Manipur, all other states, their representatives were there, senior officials were there, and they shared their views, they shared their ideas and also the challenges and how they see this PM Gati Shakti is going to help them in terms of the logistics requirements of the region. I'm here to submit some of the points, key takeaways that I see, which we would like to submit to you for your further consideration and actions. First and foremost, the leads survey rankings for all the 8 northeastern states is abysmally low. If the national average is 3, all the 8 states of the northeast are just 1.57. So we are half of the national average. That is as far as the leads survey rank, index is concerned. Leads, by the way, gentlemen, is logistics is across districts. So when we are talking about movement of people and goods across various destinations, how easy it is for people and the goods to move. In that national level survey, we are unfortunately very low. I think there is a need to put attention to this. This could be as a result of non-availability of data. That is another big challenge that all of us observe in the region. Information and data is not available. So that is one area where we need to focus. Obviously, the outcome and the result of that is the overall logistics cost is higher, which we all know, that we need to have better connectivities. We need to create that framework for seamless movement of goods. Only then we will be able to bring down the logistics cost. Here, what was found also needed is a master plan for the entire Northeast region of the logistics network. When I say logistics network, obviously all modes of transport, be it rail, road, airways, waterways, and other ways of transport, other ways of communication. That master plan is not there, and that needs to be prepared quickly. The next is there is a major project under your leadership. Assam finalized that, and that is the Jogi Gopa multimodal logistics park. I think that is going to be a game changer. Unfortunately, but sir, if I may submit, the other states are still not on board. While Assam is making big strides and trying to build that infrastructure and come up with the guidelines and also the operating procedures for that, the other states need to come in. Their plans need to be detailed so that the multimodal logistics park actually gets the desired economic attention. So that is one area. The next is the logistics policy. The government of India has kind of requested all the states to have their own logistics policy, which is in line with the national logistics policy. Barring 3 states, one is Assam, second is Manipur, and third is Mizoram. Of course, when I mentioned about Manipur and Mizoram, they said that those are not really the policies. Those are some wish lists or the statements that are made there. But whatever it is, if those are policies one accepts, only 3 states have the logistics policy. Remaining 5 states today do not have the logistics policy. So that is another area which needs to be looked into. We need to probably do hand-holding of all these states as to how to build that logistics policy, because that will only help bring in investment. That will only help the private sector participation, which will enhance the efficiency of the entire ecosystem. So that is another area which we need to focus. Of course, when I am saying these points and observations from the round table, I am conscious of the fact that some of these things can be taken up immediately after your initiative and your kind support to set up this chair professorship. They can definitely take up, but these are the areas that we need to work upon. Hub and spoke model of logistics, which is globally successful, is another area where we need to work. We need to create hubs across the Northeast so that the aggregation of goods and farm produce, etc., from the neighboring region, from the small villages and bastis can be efficiently done. Because in absence of that, we are not able to see the return cargo from the Northeast going into the rest of the country or across the boundaries, international boundaries. And because of that, obviously, the total logistics cost is more. Because when there is no two-way cargo, we know that the service provider would like to have his entire costs recovered out of one-way traffic, and that is what means that the population in the Northeast pays higher logistics cost for the goods that they are receiving here. And last point that I would mention and stop is the building and creation of human resources that is required. Because if we are looking at all of this to fructify over say 5-year or 10-year horizon, with the transnational highway, Asian highway coming up, Kaladan, Sitwe, Chattogram, Mongla, Matabari, and so on and so forth, all of them realizing where is the human resource in the logistics domain in the Northeast. I think this is where we will all have to pull up our socks. Institutions, whether they are universities or the other institutions, including IIM Shillong, will have to play a role in building that human resource for the requirements of the industry going forward. These are the points I just mentioned, few highlights for your consideration. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for these insights. Now, I would like to invite Srimati Sherry Lalthanzo, IES Economic Advisor, Northeastern Council, Shillong, who is at the round table to share her thoughts. Please give a huge round of applause.
Hon'ble Union Minister, Sir Sonowal ji, sir. The last time I attended your meeting was in Calcutta, sir. We had that first meeting in that vessel. Yeah, IWDC. Yes. So, esteemed members. Yes, sir. So we were, sir, esteemed. Yes. Sir, esteemed dignitaries on the dais, my colleagues and my student friends. So sir has given me the permission to share the experience that we had in Calcutta. I'll just take some time. I was not planning to talk about that, sir, but then with your permission kindly. Thank you so much, sir. So we had the first meeting of the Inland Waterways Development Council. Of course, this is with sir's, ministry's push for inland waterways. It was a very, very nice meeting. I'm telling you, we had a meeting in a vessel, so Ganga, and we were moving here, there, the whole meeting was a movement, except for when we had to stop for, some VIP coming and going. Otherwise, a very, very successful meeting. And sir, that was attended by so many states. Ministers from so many states had also come, and we dwell on the schemes and the policies from the Ministry of Port and Inland Waterways. One thing that came up from the meeting, which I could observe, sir, was that some of the states were so ahead in their, whatever inland waterways that they were talking about. There was even metro connectivity. Forget about small cargo movement. People were already connecting metros with waterways. So the gap was so much. So, we had requested for a meeting, sir, with the your ministry officials and inland waterway members or people with our state government officials, because like my predecessor speaker had said, Assam is doing so much, but other states are still to take baby steps. In fact, during the meeting, I was speaking to the participant from Mizoram. He was kind of saying, we don't have waterways, we don't have anything in Mizoram. You cannot have nothing in our state. You have rivers, you have lakes, you have so much to promote. So taking your time, sir, I knew that you were coming here for the afternoon. So discussed with IIM, can we have the forenoon meeting with state officials and also people from the ministry? But sir, unfortunately, we could not get any person from the ministry nor the inland waterways. So we are all a little bit dejected because of their preoccupation, sir. I believe there is a meeting or something. So today was really with this great hope we had. So yes, sir. So I don't know how to take it up because, sir, in that meeting in Calcutta, we had ministers from Nagaland and Manipur had also expressed that they want to do a study. They don't know anything. So it is basically the same for all the other states. So wanting to help us from the ministry into these are the ABCD steps you have to take. So please go back and do these things so that you can avail of these schemes. So now, sir, what we are thinking is maybe we can have, a VC or a next meeting. I don't know, sir, with your permission from the ministry, maybe I'll be in touch with the JS again. And unless we have that, we cannot, I don't think the other states can come up with anything in this matter. So this is one thing that we'll certainly take it forward from the NEC also. We will circulate the policies from other states, circulate the policies so that the states can study and have a look at them. And then also, sir, I have requested the states to identify their water bodies, and if the river Siang is the thing is too steep, or the gradient is too steep that you cannot use the whole thing, but there are some patches, kilometers, 3 kilometers here, 4 kilometers here, for cargo movement as well as passenger as well as for tourism. So those are the things that we have to identify and make a study, and also come up with what needs to be done. If dredging has to be done, it has to be done. So that kind of thing, because road connectivity is not everywhere. This is going to really help us in these 3 segments of tourism, passenger, and also cargo movement. I take this opportunity, sir, to again just mention about the Dr. Abdul Kalam Center that we have established. We have just signed the second MOU. There are many things that we wish to do. This is the initiative from Ministry of Donasa with NEC and IIM tripartite agreement into a policy, coming up with policies and studying the schemes of the central ministries, and also amending if required suggestions. All those things are we are going to take up, and I'm sure we will certainly come back to your ministry as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Next, we would like to invite Shri Gaurav Upadhyay, IPS State Project Director, Assam Inland Waterways Development Society, who is also part of the roundtable, to put in a few words sharing his perspective.
Thank you so much, Honorable Chief Guest of the evening and Central Minister Sonowal, sir, all the dignitaries sitting on the dais, and all the participants of this function, ladies and gentlemen. A lot has been covered, sir, as to what deliberated in the meeting in the morning, sir, by Kulkarni, sir, and as well as ma'am. Few points, sir, I just wanted to highlight, which we thought of presenting before you after the discussion. Firstly, sir, Northeast forms the largest riverine complex network of 78,000 square kilometers in the world. So we are naturally blessed. And we also know that the main channel is navigable. And therefore, the potential of having a hub and spoke model, which sir also mentioned, is very real and very promising. And that is why, sir, as sir mentioned, Jogivapa Multimodal Logistics Park can be that hub, and we can have spokes. What was discussed was, sir, that we can create a lot of assets throughout the northeastern states, which can then combine and collaborate amongst each other. We intelligently design those assets, run it for some time, and then private parties will definitely start coming in, sir. We also have nearly 30 million people who are impacted by river systems. Therefore, the passenger movements and also the scope of river tourism is massive, sir. I want to thank you, sir, especially for the Sagarmala program, sir. I think that is a wonderful scheme, and thank you so much for including inland waterways into Sagarmala. That has changed the entire landscape, sir. And because of this, I think a lot of participants might not be knowing Sagarmala also includes warehousing into its ambit. So, sir, my further request was, if the cold chaining and warehousing can be included in the ambit of Sagarmala on the waterways side, it will help the sector grow tremendously, sir. A few concern areas which was collectively mentioned about simplifying and streamlining the customs and border procedures, improving the cold chain infrastructure for support, storage and transportation of perishable goods. Our organic products are perishable, and therefore cold chaining is a big requirement. A comprehensive study of the entire northeastern region as a single geographical contiguous entity rather than siloed approach of different states is something, sir, which we discussed. And also the digital initiatives so that everybody can come on the same platform, sir. From Nagaland, sir, a member mentioned that some DPRs are pending in the ministry and wanted that to be requested if they can be looked into. In Sikkim, sir, they have Teesta River. Again, the gradient is so high that maybe navigation might not be a possibility, but river tourism is something which they want to utilize the schemes of the government. Meghalaya also mentioned the same thing, sir. They are blessed with a lot of water bodies and river tourism has maximum potential in Meghalaya. Arunachal Pradesh, they have mentioned, sir, that their road connectivity is very poor, because of which their perishable items are not able to reach to the market. Middlemen are taking benefit of this gaps in the logistical supply chain, and therefore these things need to be addressed. That's all from my side. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for those insights. Further, I would like to request Shri Pankaj Sharma from Indian Maritime University, which is the central university under the ministry, and our director, Professor D.P. Goyal, sir, to proceed with the signing of the MOU between Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways and Indian Institute of Management, Shillong, to establish country's first Gati Shakti research chair at IIM Shillong in the presence of the Honorable Minister. Once again, please give them the huge round of applause.
ability, in your wisdom, in your commitment, in your devotion, dedication for the cause of the country. So, and today is also a very, very memorable day. For the first time, the Ministry of Port Shipping Waterways and particularly the Maritime University signing an agreement with IIM Shillong for the establishment of a share in the Gati Shakti for research. I still remember those lines which is being later on added by different, like, greatest personality of the country. लाल बहादुर शास्त्री जी, उन्होंने कहा था जय जवान जय किसान. बाद में वाजपेयी जी ने उसमें जोड़ा जय विज्ञान, और हमारे मोदी जी ने जोड़ा जय अनुसंधान. So I believe research is the key to understand the existing available resources within ourselves. And now, through this research, Gati Shakti, I believe this is a kind of flagship program. I believe India is the first country who has launched this particular program, bringing all the relevant ministry together, creating a common platform to work in the spirit of the country, spirit of Team India. And I believe this is making the thing easier. We have been always saying ease of doing business, ease of living, ease of proceeding. All kind of easiness needs to be added in our approach to our life, in our day-to-day life, so that we could perform as per the demand of the situation, demand of the day. I believe that to achieve that goal, and also as this 21st century is a century of science and advanced technology and innovation, and a century of stiff competition. So you'll have to compete with the best of the best. And ultimately you will have to prove that you are the best. So to excel to that level of achievement, and I believe this integration is must. Earlier, we used to work single-handedly without having any synergy within ourselves. But now, because of the Honorable Prime Minister's vision, we all the ministry get integrated and develop a common goal to strictly maintain the two very, very key words, speed and scale, in our journey. For the faster growth of India, we have to create that ecosystem, that mindset among the Indians, so that we could compete with the Western, Eastern, all part of the globe with our best of our ability, best of our practices, best of our product, best of our quality service to the mankind, so that like everyone feel surge of and get motivated out of our effort. So to that level of success to achieve, we'll have to create the ecosystem at the root. I, being the Minister of Port Shipping and Waterways, we are the infra ministry. And up to 2014, I believe most of the people in the country hardly knew about the day-to-day activity of this particular ministry. And people, those who live on the coastal state, right from Gujarat to West Bengal, East Coast and West Coast, with a length of 7,500 kilometers. So in that particular stage, whoever is living, yes, the sea is very close to their heart and it is their day-to-day life. But people, those who are living in the hinterland, landlocked areas, they hardly understand about the behavior of sea, about the relevance of sea, about the resources of sea. So, without the maritime trade, without maritime industry, we cannot grow. Our economy cannot grow because we'll have to participate with our best ability in the maritime trade by way of creating infrastructure facility in the port, handling the cargo, and also creating the system which is easier for the operator of the port, exporter and importer, with better ecosystems of custom clearance, immigration, etc., etc. So those situations were very much key to the entire governing and operating system of the port and its other stakeholders. That is why, to create a vision in this particular sector, Honorable Prime Minister has launched Sagarmala program. Sagarmala program with 5 specific verticals: port modernization, port-led industrialization, port-led connectivity enhancement, coastal community development, and coastal shipping and inland waterways. These are 5 verticals. And all this vertical needs to be enhanced with latest design, technology and facility, so that any cargo ship from any part of the globe comes to Indian ports, we can provide best of our facility to them, so that loading and unloading facility can be conducted within a specific time frame, so that everybody feel economically comfortable and the entire operating procedure become very, very easier for all of them. So that is why this particular system has been developed in the last 10 years, and as a result, you will be happy to know, earlier, among the 139 maritime nations in the world, right from America, China, Singapore, European countries, and India's ranking was 54th. Now, because of modernization, mechanization, digitization, and all other initiatives, connectivity enhancement, whether it is rail, road, all being connected with the port, and it has become easier. Supposing I am an exporter from Meghalaya, I want to put my cargo in truck from Shillong, and here closest port is Haldia, Kolkata. By way of carrying my cargo to Kolkata, then loading in the vessel and starting my journey to the targeted destination of the world to sell out my product. On the same principle, if we are to bring something important cargo which is having lot of market in this particular part of the country, so we can bring the cargo from other side also. So it is a question how your cargo will be unloaded at the port, how yard will be developed. If it is perishable item, then there will be a kind of, refrigerator facilities inside the warehouse. And if it is like perishable, then it could also put into the refrigerated container so that your consignment become fresh till it reaches to the expected destination. So that's the way the entire frequency of the movement become easier, and the operator of the global maritime trade, they have also nowadays becoming more close to the Indian ports because of its efficiency enhancements, because of its ability and facility improvement. Now, from 54th position to India has jumped to the position of 38. In the turnaround time, for your information, what is turnaround time? Supposing a vessel, cargo vessel is coming from the either America, Brazil, like a Middle East, so reaching to Indian ports. Now the question stands, how long they will have to wait in the outer harbor for the green signal from the port authority to come inside the port and do encourage and unloading their consignment, and again fresh consignment can be loaded and they can leave to the other destination. Used to 24 hours. Because of the facility improvement, modernization, mechanization. So this is the sense visibly taking place and which has empowered the Indian port system and also the people working in the port operation. In all parameters, India is now empowering itself so that like they could prove that they are also one of the best in the world. It is not that earlier India was always seen from the different perspective. People had a different thought process in the West that no, Indian ports are not efficient enough to handle this mass of cargo. 1 lakh ton, 2 lakh ton, metric ton of cargo. It is a huge cargo with the length of the cargo vessel up to 300 meters. But that level of ship now can easily be handled by in such a manner. Every ministry got surged up now and they have this sense of responsibility that as we have given this responsibility, we'll have to do it within a time frame. That is why the new building of parliament, you have seen such a massive building come up within 30 months. So this is something remarkable, unprecedented success story being created. It is because of this, like leadership quality, leadership vision, leadership honesty and hard work, and with wisdom and innovation, and creating an ecosystem of integration in the spirit of Team India, and bringing everybody together, taking everybody along. 140 crores people, sabka saath, sabka vikas. I believe this is the principal line. This is a line which has empowered, which has energized, which has motivated everybody to come to the same platform. We have the common goal to make India powerful. We have the common goal to make India Atmanirbhar Bharat. So I believe you are the bright future because the youth-led development. Honorable Prime Minister firmly believe the power in the youth, because whoever has got the maximum number of youth population, they are the most powerful nation. And India is lucky enough to have maximum number of youth population below 35 years of age. And that is why I believe you will have to, because you are all very smart, academically very brilliant students, and you have your own goal you have already set up. And I believe if you all get motivated and determined to extend your extraordinary service to the nation, you could do it. And for your information, I also, as a Minister of Ayush, even in the sector of Ayush. Today, I've been to NIA institution, that is the Northeastern Institute for Ayurveda and Homeopathy. The combine of the two systems. As you know, Ayush means Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani, Soharikpa, Yoga, Naturopathy, and Homeopathy. There are 5 systems involved. But there are two like system, Yoga and Naturopathy. It is a drugless therapy. But other system, you have to utilize the Ayush system of product that is there in the Siddha system also, Unani also. But this is the ancient traditional system of medicine, which is always being there for centuries together. And it is there in the nature. Prakriti, Prani, Pani or Pran. Prakriti, Prani, Pani or Pran. So I believe you all understand it. In the inaugural welcome speech, गोयल साहब ने बता रहे थे, आप लोगों ने ह्यूमिलिटी को कैसे आपने विशेष रूप से मान्यता दी है। आईएम्स के विद्यार्थी होने के नाते आप लोगों ने इंसानियत की भावना शक्ति को उजागर करने के लिए, जगाने के लिए और अपने जीवन को सजाने के लिए इसको कैसे महत्व दी जाएंगे, इस विषय पर उन्होंने शुरुआत में उल्लेख किया, मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा। इसलिए मैं कुछ बोलना चाहता हूं आयुष मंत्री होने के नाते। आई डील विद द ट्रेडिशनल सिस्टम ऑफ मेडिसिन। लोग पहले इन विषय पर इतना ध्यान नहीं देते थे, लोग हंसते थे, कोई बोलते थे भाई ये तो जादू मंत्र है, ये सुपरस्टिशन है, झोला वाला है ना, लोग इतना मान्यता नहीं देते थे। लेकिन अब कोविड-19 पेंडेमिक कालखंड में, उसी संकट कालखंड में परम आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जैसे हमें एक नियम के मुताबिक जीवन जीने के लिए जो उन्होंने मार्गदर्शन दी है, कैसे हमें इस संक्रमण से बचना सही है, इसके लिए उन्होंने जो भी हमें डिसिप्लिन ढंग से जीने के लिए मार्गदर्शन दी है, इसकी वजह से हिंदुस्तान जैसे इतनी बड़ी आबादी भरा एक देश कैसे कोविड-19 पेंडेमिक को बड़े ढंग से मैनेज की गई है। और अमेरिका जैसे देश आप देखिए, इवन इन द डेवलप्ड कंट्री लाइक जर्मनी, फ्रांस, यूके, अमेरिका, मेनी मोर, you have seen their condition. All the developed nations, they have failed to manage the COVID-19 pandemic effectively. But there was only one nation who could set the example how during the time of crisis, Indian traditional system of medicine has helped us, and its advisory and its product help us to protect our body from this virus. From mild to moderate, that's the limit. Being kind of confined through these practices, through this system, and ultimately help millions of people from these difficulties. So that is the power stand in the traditional system of medicine. And earlier it was not being realized. But whether I use 64, I use Karha, Kabasura, Kudina, different product of the different system has ultimately helped the Indian society to protect themselves from this virus. So now it is earning lot of glory across the world. You know, the size of the Irish market was only $2.8 billion in 2014. But because of the Honorable Prime Minister untiring efforts, now the size of the market, according to RIS survey, it is about to be 23 billion US dollar. From 2 to 23, just in 10 years time. That's the transformation. That's the transformation. That's the changes. That's the success story. That's the development in the country. And this particular system is giving lot of scope, lot of opportunity for the people, for the youngster, whoever is pursuing this particular system of medicine, to shape up their career. And in many ways, someone can be there in the startup, someone can be there in the MSME sector, someone can be there in the manufacturing unit, someone can be there in the practice. So in many ways, this particular system can create lot of avenues for our employment generation, lot of avenues for entrepreneurship, and that is creating lot of scope for our capable kind of domain expert to create the market of their acceptability across the world. And to make it more popular, Honorable Prime Minister, what he did, he has appealed to the global society through General Assembly of UNO that let us accept yoga is a way of life, and let us observe 21st June as an International Day of Yoga. And his appeal was approved by all the nations in the world, in the UNO. And as a result, up to the 9th edition of yoga, you have seen the popularity only in 9 years yoga has achieved. It is unique, marvelous. More than 23.5 crore in the last edition of yoga, people have participated on the single day in the practice of yoga. And yoga means what? It's a science of body, mind and soul. It's a holistic healthcare system. Yesterday, I am very happy to inform you that Honorable Chief Justice of India, with his support, we could able to set up one IIM Holistic Healthcare Unit in the Supreme Court of India. Earlier, we have already set up one IIM Wellness Center in the premises of President of India. So, day by day, because of his quality service, quality practice, quality product, this particular system is gaining popularity, earning credibility across the world. Now India, IIM system is now landing in the heart of Europe, heart of America, Canada, Africa, everywhere. And for your information, because of this powerful practice, powerful tradition of India, we could able to get the tallest recognition from WHO, World Health Organization. As a result, among the 170 nations who do practice yoga, 170 nations, India is the first nation to achieve that goal. WHO has, by giving recognition to India's power and wisdom and knowledge in this sector, they have set up their extension office in Jamnagar, Gujarat, India. This is called Global Center for Traditional Medicine. So this is the way the success stories creating one after another, and which is helping the young generation to get them motivated to also prepare themselves for future better growth, better health, and better society. And Honorable Prime Minister, whatever he does, he always does globally. Every initiative is meant for betterment of the global society. That is why in G20, what he did, what was the theme? One earth, one family, one future. Why? Whatever we are doing, if India is growing faster, if India become globally number one powerful nation in the world, then whole world will be benefited. Whole world society will be benefited. It is not that only for India. So now whatever practice in the traditional system of medicine is now doing, And whatever promotion, initiative he is taking, it is because of the global society's holistic healthcare, universal health coverage. So I believe these are the integration. And now for your information, to minimize the differences among the modern and traditional, Honorable Prime Minister has directed both the ministry, please work together. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Ministry of Ayush. Because both the ministry has common goal. What is the goal? Prevention of disease, preservation of health, promotion of health. If it is so, why don't you work together? So that is why we have joined hands. That is also integration. And we have already started our proceeding right from Safdarjung Hospital, New Delhi. We have set up what? Integrated system of medicine. Both system will be available, modern and traditional. Both system doctors will be available, expert will be available. And in all the AIMS, 22 AIMS across the country, there will be separate academic department of Ayush. And like the other department work in the medical colleges, AIMS, there will be dedicated separate academic department which will have professors, associate professor, register, assistant professor, etc., etc. And with research facility. That means up to the Ayushman, Arogya Mandir, Ayush, Health and Wellness Center, we have created more than 150,000 health and wellness center across the country. And in those centers, both the system will be made available for the people to choose what system he or she prefers to go. So these are the changes taking place which was never before in the country earlier. And I believe in the next 25 years, I believe आप भी शायद मन आपने भी बना लिया होगा. आपको क्या लगता है नेक्स्ट 25 आप क्या करेंगे? मैं IIM से जानना चाहता हूं विद्यार्थियों से 25 साल आप कैसे अपने कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ाएंगे, क्योंकि ये आपके लिए होंगे. आपका अभी ज्यादा उम्र नहीं हुआ, किसी का 20 साल 21 साल, तो 25 साल उसे जोड़े तो कितना होगा? Before 50, then you will discover that India will be more powerful in the world. हम होंगे या नहीं होंगे हम नहीं जानते, लेकिन आप जरूर होंगे. कोई आवाज नहीं, क्या हो गया? मैं कोई गलती क्या कोई गलत बोला क्या? हाँ? So this is because you must have to have your voice. And that 25 साल अमृत काल कर्तव्य की जो हम सबको अपनी फर्ज निभाने होंगे, कर्तव्य पथ, यानी कि देश के लिए हमारा जो दायित्व बनते हैं, जो कर्तव्य बनते हैं, उसको निष्ठापूर्वक हमें निभाना होगा. ये सबकी जिम्मेदारी बनता है. इसलिए सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास और सबका प्रयास, यानी कि सबको मेहनत करना होगा. ये दुनिया के सबसे विकसित देश बनना है. अगर उसी लक्ष्य को प्राप्त करना है तो हम सबको मेहनत करना होगा. यू हैव सीन हाउ प्राइम मिनिस्टर इज वर्किंग 20 hours a day. So work is worship, duty is God. We all know that. मेहनत तो करना होगा. There is no shortcut to success. जो भी काम हुई है 10 साल में, ये कोई शॉर्टकट का सक्सेस नहीं है. कितना मेहनत भरा 10 साल. एक दिन भी छुट्टी नहीं मनाया प्रधानमंत्री जी, एक दिन भी. आप लोगों ने तो वीडियो में, टीवी में देखे होंगे कैसे सुबह शाम देश के लिए, देश की हितों के लिए, जनता की सेवा के लिए वो व्यस्त रहते हैं. सो आई बिलीव वी शुड ऑल्सो डिटरमाइन टू डू that level of service to the nation, isn't it? और ये पावर आपका पास है. मुझे जाना भी है, तो मैं ज़्यादा समय नहीं लूँगा आप लोगों से। और आप लोग बहुत आज कोई सहयोग नहीं किया मुझे। अच्छा, गोयल साहब कोई गलत बोला क्या? अच्छा, इंटरेक्शन अभी नहीं करेंगे क्या? 20-20 में करिए। हाँ? अच्छा,
क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे आप?
हाँ, अच्छा अच्छा, आइए तो आइए ना, क्योंकि एक ही साथ में हो जाए। आइए आइए आइए,
आप बैठिए,
कोई बात नहीं। नहीं नहीं, मुझे खड़ा होने में कोई दिक्कत नहीं है।
नहीं स्टूडेंट्स आएंगे आप वी कैन ऑल्सो
Thank you so much, sir, for those inspiring words. I am sure everyone present here is inspired by your words today. So, as you all know, now to make this session a bit more interactive, let's call on stage Sahil and Divya for a fireside chat with the Honorable Minister. Please give them a huge round of applause.
Good evening, sir, and good evening to everybody present here.
Questions are reserved for this session.
We've taken the questions from the audience and curated them. So we are glad to have this opportunity to be able to interact with you. And we've curated the questions presented by the students, and Sahil would ask you.
So, the first question is, how have you seen the region of Northeast evolving while growing up in Assam? What stark differences do you notice then versus now?
पहले तो मैं हकीकत बताऊं तो सड़क थे नहीं, पुल थे नहीं, कम्युनिकेशन कनेक्टिविटी ना होने की वजह से लोग हमेशा बड़ी निराश थे, क्योंकि किसान की सामान अगर वो बाज़ार में बिकने के लिए उनके लिए अगर सड़क व्यवस्था ना हो तो उनका उपार्जन कैसे हो सकते हैं, उनका प्रोडक्ट भी बेकार जाते हैं. तो दैट इज़ वाई, बिकॉज ऑफ द लैक ऑफ कनेक्टिविटी, that was the key for the entire Northeast. For your information, let me tell you, from Arunachal, from one district to the other district, if they are to travel, they have to depend always Assam route. And because of the lack of number of bridges over river Brahmaputra, it is very difficult for the Northeasterner. Brahmaputra is utilized not only by the people of Assam, but it is a lifeline for the entire Northeast. एक प्रांत से दूसरे प्रांत जाने के लिए आपको नदी पार होना ही होगा. अगर नदी पार होना है तो आपका ब्रिज ना हो तो एक प्रांत से दूसरे, इस पार से उस पार जाने के लिए आपको कम से कम 5 से 6 घंटा लगता था. तो 5 अगर 6 घंटा, साथ में पैसा भी उसी हिसाब से. फेरी में आपको गाड़ी उठाने में एक गाड़ी का 1000 रुपया और एक पैसेंजर का फेयर आप मान लीजिए उसी कालखंड में 50 रुपया. तो लोग थक जाते थे. लोगों का ऐसा मानना था कि क्यों जाए, हम पैसा नहीं है, हम नहीं जा सकते, हम नहीं जा सकते. और कोई विद्यार्थी अगर पढ़ना चाहे उसको बोले ना पढ़ाई मत करो, कौन पैसा देगा आपको? कहां से आएगा पैसा? क्योंकि यातायात नहीं है. अगर घर में जो भी हमारा फसल है, फसल को हम कहां बिके? आपको बताऊं, 2001 when I contested MLA election from Moran, there is a constituency called Moran in Dibrugarh district, जहां बोगीबिल ब्रिज बनी है. तो मैं जब गया कैंपेन के लिए तो सड़क तो थे नहीं, बस ऐसे 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 फर्स्ट गियर सेकंड गियर, फर्स्ट गियर सेकंड गियर. कभी गाड़ी फंस जाता था, इंजन बंद हो जाता था, गर्म हो जाता था, पानी बार बार डालना पड़ता था, पानी पिलाना पड़ता था. तो क्या हुआ, तो 20-20 में जब हम रुकते थे तो देखा कई लोग मतलब साइकिल से बस्ता भरा के स्क्वॉश है ना, जो वेजिटेबल आइटम शिलोंग में बहुत होती है, स्क्वॉश वहीं भी होता है, मधुपुर. तो मैंने एक व्यक्ति को पूछा, तो आप कहाँ से आए? बोला कि हम स्क्वॉश लाए. स्क्वॉश का क्या है? नहीं, यहाँ केजी 30 पैसा है, 1 क्विंटल में 30 रुपया. 1 क्विंटल स्क्वॉश 30 रुपया में. कारण क्या है मालूम है? यातायात नहीं है. कोई लेता भी नहीं, किसान उसी हिसाब से उसको देना पड़ता है, नहीं तो बेकार हो जाएगा, है ना। तो जब बॉगीबिल में वाजपेयी जी ने जब ये ब्रिज 2002 में शुरू किया और बॉगीबिल के लिए अप्रोच रोड बनाना पड़ा, अप्रोच रोड जब बनाया तो मधुपुर तक तो रोड पहुंच गया। तो देन दी like this thing, the traders from Dibrugarh town to Madhupur, they went with vehicle and उनके बगीचा में ही 1 क्विंटल में 500 रुपया वो दे के आते थे। कहाँ 30 रुपया और कहाँ 500 रुपया। यातायात व्यवस्था किसानों को हो, विद्यार्थियों को हो, कॉमन लोगों को कैसे एम्पावर करते हैं, कैसे उनको मजबूत करते हैं, उनका इकोनॉमी को कैसे मजबूत करते हैं। तो मुझे लगता है कि इसी मूल कारण कांग्रेस के कार्यकाल में हकीकत बताऊं तो कुछ उन्होंने किया नहीं। इन चीज़ों को उन्होंने अगर मान्यता दिया होता तो आसाम और नॉर्थ ईस्ट का हालत ऐसा नहीं होते। आप देखिए अरुणाचल अपने जिले, एक जिले से दूसरे जिला तक अपने सड़क व्यवस्था से हो जा सकते हैं। अभी कोई आसाम के रोड पर उसको डिपेंड नहीं होना पड़ता। तो दिस इज द ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन एंड टू क्रिएट दिस इकोसिस्टम ऑफ कनेक्टिविटी एंड कम्युनिकेशन, Government of India in the last 10 years spent 5 lakhs crore. It is massive. Nobody imagined like the railway connectivity will be developed up to the hilltop of Aizawl, capital of Mizoram. वो भी कभी उम्मीद नहीं करते थे, हम भी कभी। मैं जब गया वहाँ, माय गॉडनेस कितना बड़े बड़े सुरंग और रेलवे कनेक्टिविटी वहाँ तक। और साथ साथ में हमारी गैंगटॉक जो सिक्किम का राजधानी है, सिलीगुड़ी से गैंगटॉक, आप कभी अगर समय मिले तो आप लोग जाइए और देख के आइए कैसे बड़े बड़े सुरंग। एक सुरंग का लंबाई होगा 2 किलोमीटर और इट इज रॉकी हिल्स, वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू क्रैक। हाँ, तो ऐसे हालत में एक प्रांत को डेवलप करने के लिए मोदी जी ने जो उन्होंने दिशा निर्देश और जो उन्होंने सहयोग की है, जो पॉलिसी, एक्टिस्ट पॉलिसी, पहले नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लिए एक पॉलिसी हुआ करता था लुकिश पॉलिसी, और देखते रह गया, बस नॉर्थ ईस्ट को देखते रहो, लुकिश पॉलिसी। और अब मोदी जी ने कहा लुकिश नहीं, एक्टिस्ट पॉलिसी। और एक्टिस्ट से सीमित रहने से नहीं होगा, एक्ट को कन्वर्ट करना होगा एक्शन के लिए। You'll have to convert act into action on the ground. That was the aggressive, target. And to get it implemented, to get it happen, so that the people of Northeast get highly benefited and they become the, the major stakeholders of the development of the country. So this is what the transformation.
Thank you, sir.
So I traveled to Tawang recently and I saw the roads were amazing.
seen, huh?
They were broad. Till Bumla Pass, even the roads are very nice and the transportation
अभी तो
was very nice.
ब्रह्मपुत्र का नीचे से भी नुमलीगढ़ से आप गहपुर तक एक मतलब ब्रिज बनने जा रहा है। It is going below the river bed of Brahmaputra. This is first of its kind. So this every sector of society, farmer, whether it's ST, SC, whether it's a student, whether it's all section of society get charged up, get better benefit out of this revolutionary changes.
So yesterday the Chief Justice of India, as you said, inaugurated Ayush Holistic Wellness Center in the premises of the Supreme Court, followed by the signing of the MOU between the Supreme Court and the All India Institute of Ayurveda. This is a great initiative which leads by example and to bring traditional systems of medicine like Ayush into mainstream healthcare. But there are a few challenges like lack of standardization and regulation and limited research in this field. How does the government aim to address these
We
challenges?
have already set up Pharmacopoeia Commission and Pharmacovigilance. We have this established institution under the Ministry of Ayush. We have got like bundles of scientists, domain expert there. And if there is any misleading advertisement, if there is any adverse impact out of consuming the traditional system medicine, then immediately that is to be investigated by this agency, pharmacovigilance, okay? Then it will give within a time frame, it will give reports to the state drugs licensing authority, because they are the agency who has the power to give the punishment to those, like, kind of culprits. So that's the way this kind of initiatives are being taken. And for your information, drugs standardization and quality production, this is the key to this ministry, because heal in India, heal by India. Heal in India का मतलब है हम, like, we are to create such level of facility with all kind of mechanism, with all kind of technological support, so that, like, people from any part of the world can prefer to visit India for traditional system of medicine. Okay? So that is why we'll have to create that level of ecosystem. Quality doctors, quality product, and quality environment, and all relevant infrastructure facilities, so that the people from any part of the globe come and take our service and express their highest level of satisfaction. That is called Heal in India. And Heal by India, the finished product of our institution, doctors and all other, supposing yoga instructor and all others, like, relevant quality human resource, if they go to any part of the world and have their assignment to work there, out of their service, quality service, the people of the world will express their highest level of satisfaction. That is called Heal by India. And for your information, today we had a very meaningful dialogue about 2 hours back, that in the governing body meeting of NIA, there, by considering the available resources, natural resources we have in the heart of Shillong, Shillong being always considered to be the Scotland of the East, because of this beauty, because of its greenery, because of its, like, landscape, because of its weather, all kind of, biodiversity component. Shillong is regarded to be that level of, like, destination. Now, but we are also saying that NIA, in the near future, we are also keeping a very option open to create the system available within the premises of NIA, so that NIA can be declared Center of Excellence for Medical Value Travel Tourism. Medical Value Travel Tourism. So that's the way the objective and others, like, goal is being set.
Thanks for the insight, sir. So we had many questions prepared, but due to the paucity of time, we'll just have a rapid fire round now. Sir, so we'll ask a few questions and you need to just answer in one word or...
Oh, one word, sir.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the first question is, what is one quality that you believe a successful leader should have?
एक शब्द में तो नहीं हो सकता, क्योंकि एक तो है उनकी ऑनेस्टी, कमिटमेंट, हार्ड वर्क, डेडिकेशन एंड एफिशिएंसी, ये बहुत ज़रूरी है. और ईमानदार बनना बहुत ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि अगर मेहनती नहीं होंगे तो उनका पास गुण होते हुए भी वो परफॉर्म नहीं कर पाएंगे. आपका पास एबिलिटी है, लेकिन आपका पास हार्ड वर्किंग, आपका पास टेंडेंसी नहीं है, एटीट्यूड नहीं है, तो आप पीछे रह जाएंगे. तो एबिलिटी को भी उसी हिसाब से प्रॉस्पर करना होगा. तो दैट्स व्हाई आई फर्मली बिलीव दैट काइंड ऑफ quality you have to have in yourself.
Next, sir, what sport did you love playing the most during your childhood?
हाँ, मैं तो multiple.
So one word answer.
For your information, when I was in college, I used to play cricket. I used to play, when I was in school, I used to play hockey. I used to play football. I used to play cricket. But when I come to college, then I used to play mostly cricket. And I used to do bodybuilding, but powerlifting in the college competition. I was adjust to be the strong man of the college. So when I switch over to university, there also I become the strong man of the university. So that's the, where, and now I still, when I get time, I still do play cricket because cricket is my most lovable. And for your information, I've been to England to play cricket from Indian Parliament.
Wow. So one person who inspires you the most.
What?
One person who inspires you the most.
Of course, Narendra Modi ji, our Honorable Prime Minister.
Sir, what would you be doing in a parallel universe if not this?
What?
What would you be doing in a parallel universe if not this? So if you were not in a field of politics, then what would you be doing?
नहीं, पॉलिटिक्स तो अभी अपने शरीर और मन में ये अपना जगह बना लिया है, तो इससे हम कैसे सेग्रीगेट करेंगे अब?
सर अगर ये नहीं होता तो आप क्रिकेटर होते हैं या कुछ
और
और
अच्छा तब
वैसे
ये तो बिकॉज ये तकदीर का खेला है. डेस्टिनी डिटरमाइन्स योर डेस्टिनेशन. इट इज डेस्टिनी.
Okay, sir.
So which has been your favorite official international trip?
What?
Which has been your favorite official international trip?
इंटरनेशनल.
International trip, but for some office reasons.
तो क्या बोलो? पारस? हाँ? Of course, Vladivostok. Let me tell you one thing, why I've been to Vladivostok. Under the direction of Honorable Prime Minister, I've been to Vladivostok. And that is a very renowned port operating maximum numbers of containers ship. And that is in the Chinese Sea. And now we are from the Ministry of Port Shipping Waterways, we are trying to develop one route that is called Eastern Maritime Corridor from Vladivostok to Chennai. And now our this thing cargo ships from St. Petersburg to Mumbai, it takes 40 days. 40 days. It is not that way cost effective. More fuel, more time, more energy, more expenditure. Now we are going to discover this particular route. It would be minimized by 14 days. Within 24 days, it will reach Chennai. Chennai means the entire East Coast. So that way, we had several rounds of talk, and I believe within next few month time, it is going to happen practically. And that is why it's a beautiful, this thing, city, no doubt about it. And आपको मौका मिले तो आपको मौका मिलेगा, आप जाइएगा इसमें.
Thank you for sharing that, sir. What's one message you would like to give to participants at IIM Shillong?
IIM Shillong, देखिए मैं तो जीवन में इतना अनुभवी स्टूडेंट थे नहीं. आप लोग जैसे, आप लोग ऑल सीरियस स्टूडेंट है कि नहीं? पारस ने भी पढ़ाई किया है यहाँ. तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है आपको देखने में, क्योंकि आप ही है देश का शक्ति और देश का उम्मीद. होप, SOPE. आप होप को आप कभी भी अपने दृष्टि से वो हटने के लिए मत दीजिएगा. होप हमेशा बरकरार रही, और होप होगा तो आप बहुत कुछ कर सकते हैं.
Thank you so much for this conversation, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. तो ठीक है. Now I can, गोयल जी इजाजत दे तो मैं जाऊं. दिव्या कहाँ से?
Sir, Rajasthan, Bikaner.
बीकानेर से. वाह, बढ़िया जगह से आए आप.
This function is student-driven function. इन्होंने organize किया. इन्होंने बुलाया, मुझे अभी कुछ बोलेंगे.
Thank you so much, sir. We would like to extend our heartfelt thanks to our Honorable Minister for taking out time and gracing us with his presence. We also thank His Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Government of India for setting up Gati Shakti Research Chair, the first of its kind at our institute. We also thank Shri Kulkarni and Shri Dev Soyan for their kind presence today. Our gratitude goes to all friends from the media for being there and sharing the happenings through their channels. We would like to thank all the dignitaries, respected director sir, respected faculty members, officers, staff, students, and all others who made this event possible. Thank you.
We request everyone to stand up for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
We request all participants to be seated so we can proceed for high teas.
आप लोगों का सेमेस्टर होता है?
It's a trimester.
ट्राइमेस्टर.
Yes, sir.
और आप कौन सा ये?
It's the first year, third trimester.
कहाँ से? राजस्थान?
No, sir, Himachal.
ओह